Hello, gorgeous. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for watching my video. After seeing this post on social media in which the artist used clear plastic cups, markers, and fairy lights to create a creative and colorful lamp, I was inspired to recreate it. But of course, I couldn't just recreate it using the same items. I had to recreate it by upcycling at least some part of it. Enter this empty vitamin bottle. I'm going to cut off the top and bottom to create a cylinder, draw a pretty design on it, fill it with fairy lights, and watch the magic come to life. At least, that's the plan. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that my memory card was full and my camera had stopped recording. For whatever reason, my camera doesn't chirp when the memory card is full, and I really wish it did. However, it means y'all are spared from watching me struggle with cutting this bottle. I tried different instruments, but the best one ended up being the X-Acto knife. The ends have been removed, but now I'm left with jagged, uneven edges. I used my iron with aluminum foil over it to smooth out the edges. I don't have footage of the bottle, but I tried it with other plastic, so here's that footage to give you an idea of what I did. I thought the plastic would curl inward, but instead it curled outward. I'm not sure what I did wrong or if this is just an issue with melting plastic in this manner. I decided to move forward anyway and clean up the bottle using alcohol and acetone. I forgot to press record while I was drawing on the bottle, but I did an assortment of flowers, butterflies, and rainbows using Sharpies. Putting a white piece of paper in the bottle made it easier to see what and where I was drawing. I was recording this on a Tuesday evening when I started to hear sirens and fire trucks approaching.
Who's that? Can you tell me why you make coffee?
They're Paige's parents. Who? The little smart girl. Apparently, she's taken the divorce really hard. I guess she's been having...
Okay. I love this uncapped. So, there's a building behind my house that just caught on fire. So I just watched that for like 10 minutes. It's fine. There was no one in there. It's just a little empty garage. I wasn't happy with how the first bottle was coming out, so I decided to pivot and change plans. I found another vitamin bottle floating around the house. After removing the label, which, why is it so hard to remove labels? I used a strip of leftover window privacy film to line the bottle. This has some holographic bits to it, so I think it'll look really nice once it's done. And now it's time for fun with power tools. I carefully and slowly drill holes in the bottle. I put one at the end for the fairy lights, intending to put the battery pack on top of the lamp. I drilled 2 holes in the bottom for a decorative tassel and 2 more in the top for a handle. I considered moving forward with the original bottle I decorated, but decided against it as I'm not pleased with it. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit record again and didn't get footage of finishing the project. I cut a strip of yarn about 20 inches long and fed it through the 2 holes in the top, knotting each end. I threaded the fairy lights through the hole, but when I got to the thicker part of the cord closer to the battery pack, I couldn't feed any more of the wire through and had to drill a larger hole. I glued the battery pack to the top of the light, making sure to evenly distribute the weight, otherwise the bottle leans to one side. I was trying to find fairy lights with a smaller battery pack, but the only ones I could find required watch batteries, which tend to be harder to find and more expensive, whereas these use AA batteries, so this is what I ended up buying. By this point, I had removed the tassel at the bottom, so I redid that. I tied it around the neck of the bottle, and I had extra yarn, so I used that with hot glue to hide the threads on the neck of the bottle. Here are the final results. What do you think? As always, thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it so much. If you are able, please consider helping me via Buy Me a Coffee. You can visit the site via the code on the screen, or there is a link in the description. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, stay crafty.